All right, thanks a lot, Ted. Good win for Virginia Tech. We're counting down to the last game of the day here on ACC Network. NC State without DJ Funderburk for, quote, university policies. We knew they were going to be out with Devin Daniels. Now their top two scorers in Funderburk and Daniels will not be playing in the Carrier Dome tonight. That game coming up in just over 6 minutes. Let's welcome in the Hall of Famer, Muffin McGraw. I'm Dallin Cuff. The NC State Syracuse game. Manny Bates will be on the floor, leads the league in blocks per game. But as we mentioned, he will be the big in the middle. No DJ Funderburk next to him. No Devin Daniels. Devin Daniels out the rest of the season with ACL injury. That is their top two scorers. So, Coach Muffin McGraw, I ask you, if you're trying to prepare this team right now and you don't have your two best players, particularly Daniels, you knew was not going to be there, what do you say to your team pregame? What is the message to a crew when they lose a guy like that?
I'll tell you, I've got a lot of experience with this. In our championship season, we had more ACL injuries than losses. Lost 4 players, 2 starters, 2 subs. And what you have to do, first you have to continue to believe. And then you get your team together and you say, hey, it's not one person that needs to step up and take over all those stats. Every single person on the team has to just do a little bit more. You get 3 more points. You get 1 or 2 more rebounds. And that's how we're going to compensate for what we've lost.
All right, Coach, appreciate it as always. Let's get out to the game now. Carrier Dome, West Durham, George Cornett on the call. We'll see you at half.
We welcome you to Sunday night basketball in the ACC. We're in Central New York at the Carrier Dome for a pair of 3 and 4 teams in the ACC standings. 7-5 NC State, 9-5 Syracuse in the first of 2 meetings during the regular season. Great to be with Jordan Cornett, West Durham. We welcome you to our ACC network coverage. And boy, JC, things really changed for the Wolfpack. They snapped a 4-game skid with a win against Wake Forest on Wednesday night, but with about 9 minutes to go in the ball game, a downward turn for Kevin Keats' team when Devin Daniels went down.
Absolutely heartbreaking, deflating for a Wolfpack team that has NCAA tournament dreams in front of them. It's a 3-level scorer. You take him away, who are you going to lean on, Wes?
Well, you would think DJ Funderburk, but about an hour ago it was announced that he will not be available tonight per university policy. So that takes a 12.5 rebound guy out of the lineup. Combine the two, Jordan, the hill gets a little steeper tonight against the Orange.
It's a whole lot of minutes, whole lot of points, whole lot of defensive responsibility, whole lot of production that is gone. Next man up mentality has never reigned more true than in this one here today, and you're going against a matchup zone in the Carrier Dome.
Well, not only are you going against a matchup zone, you're going against the second best scoring team in ACC play too.
Comfortable in their own skin at home in the Carrier Dome. 5 guys that average double figures. When they're sharing that thing and have good balance between the 3-point line and work inside the arc, this team is dangerous.
So we'll keep an eye on the Orange and the Wolfpack tonight for you. First of 2 meetings in about a 10-day span here for Jim Boeheim and Kevin Keats, who've watched the action take place over the course of yesterday. And they know that Virginia and Florida State both lost ball games. Virginia Tech with the upset last night of the Cavaliers, and the Irish beat the Panthers late night in Pittsburgh. So now all of a sudden there's a lot of things in play, and these are 2 teams that want to get back in the middle of the ACC race. So this NC State lineup, by the way, the 8th different one employed by Kevin Keats, and it features Cam Hayes and, of course, Thomas Allen. Here's Braxton Beverly with Manny Bates and Jericho Helms, who gets the Wolfpack on the board first.
Clinical in the approach on the first offensive possession. A short corner touch from Manny Bates. It's where that defense is extremely vulnerable. Then you're playing catch, toss and catch with your big, allowing for the layup from Helms. Attacking short corner and mid-post is the ticket and formula for success for the Pack.
Alan Griffin launches for the first shot of the night for the Orange, and Dolajai's got a rebound for the Orange, who gets a second chance here. And Boeheim, attacking on the drive, is fouled by the freshman Hayes. Jordan, there are a lot of tough matchups out here for a young NC State team. Cam Hayes, one of those guys who's got his hands full tonight with the way those 3 guys attack off the bounce out on the perimeter.
Yeah, defensively that is definitely going to be a tall order, but also how to attack this offense. It's not natural. It won't come organically. Can you think the game more so than usual will be a challenge for a freshman.
7 to shoot. And here's Boeheim for 3. Rattles it in, and a good sign for Syracuse. Buddy Boeheim's really struggled from the floor in the last 2 ball games. There's Helms at the foul line, the ACC logo, which is one of those principal points whenever you try and attack Syracuse. Beverly left open, got it on a three.
So paramount for the Pack to get off to a good start because they know they're shorthanded. They know what this offense in Syracuse brings, how high-powered it is. It is so important for them to get off to a good start to say, hey, we're going to come out here and compete, not be overwhelmed before you get to the first media timeout.
Gerard hanging at the foul line. Helms the rebound. And here's the freshman Hayes trying to get State in transition. Jericho Helms from the baseline. He's got 4 of NC State's first 7 in the ball game.
NC State looks incredibly confident, moving that basketball, exploiting the weaknesses and vulnerabilities of the matchup zone. Twice now from the short corner. Beautiful execution.
Inside, Dolajai the catch and score. So Marek Dolajai on the board. He's averaging 11 points a game. About a point and a half less in conference play. Helms tried to bounce it to Bates, stolen by Griffin. Alan Griffin a deep 3. Wow. 32nd 3 of the year for Griffin. Puts the Orange in front.
Syracuse is running to those spots at the 3-point line. It might not feel like a fast break score, but it is transition early offense.
And there's Bates on a nice pass from the foul line area from Helms. Wolfpack's perfect from the floor, Jordan, and they've assisted on each hoop so far. Guerrier. Quincy a long 3 and the rebound for Helms. And State, who wants to run, but Jordan, they've got to get it quick if they're going to have any try at transition tonight, right?
Absolutely. With how they're executing in the half court, they might not need that early offense. With how good they're finding those spots in the interior and ultimately getting it to the short corner to get high percentage opportunities.
Boeheim trying to sneak in, will draw a foul. And Buddy Boeheim in the orange will get the ball on the baseline. Foul is on Jericho Helms, junior from St. Louis, his first. That'll be the second on the Wolfpack. And a quick look at Kevin Keats, 48-year-old native of Lynchburg, Virginia, who won 72 ball games at UNC Wilmington and has won 72 now at NC State. Catch and shoot 3. Griffin burns it again. And both of Alan Griffin's 3s have been beyond just about any line you can draw on the floor.
You gotta feel really good if you're Q's looking at your 2 sharpshooters in Boeheim and Griffin that are feeling it early on.
Shaq Moore into the ball game to replace Hayes. Another bounce pass. Helms to Bates and an easy dunk for Manny Bates.
I'm gonna tell you right now, in the first 4 minutes of this game, I haven't seen an opponent be so good in attacking those spots at the mid post and the short corner to get baskets like the Pack have early on in this one.
Yep. Shaquille Moore, another freshman for Coach Keats. Thomas Allen, the Nebraska transfer, and Beverly had it kicked away, and that'll get us to a timeout. We're off in a flurry here early from the Dome tonight. The Orange and the Wolfpack locked up at 11, and Alan Griffin's already dialed 2 from deep. And Manny Bates has flushed it at the iron twice for the Pack. ACC Network basketball presented by Zaxby's. Hand-breaded chicken and fresh ingredients made to order only at Zaxby's. And the Carrier Dome not hosting any fans this fall and winter, but Jordan, it is hosting COVID testing. Over 100,000 tests were conducted during the fall semester at Syracuse. An expected 250,000 to 300,000 anticipated for spring. They're doing 36-hour turnarounds on the saliva direct method. And,
progress.
And it's COVID paid a price in college basketball. You see the number of games canceled or postponed this week. 1,300 men's and women's Division I games this month. But fortunate we got it tonight. And Beverly, out of the timeout, knocks down a 3 over the top of the orange zone.
Wes, 10 field goals combined between these two teams, 10 assists. The execution from both sides. So now I got to beg the question, where is the defense?
There's the block by Manny Bates on cue of Cornette's questioning.
That's what Manny Bates
ball
does.
Turned over to the Wolfpack. 38th
Now,
rejection of the year from Manny Bates, by the way.
Now watch the pack. Watch what they're doing here offensively in the half court. You see the ACC logo in the painted area? Watch how they're getting a touch nearly every possession down there and really breaking it down. Does Syracuse tighten that defense, or they continue to extend it out? There's the touch from Helms. He's been making the plays that have been winning this.
And Matt Potter has whistled a foul. It's on Marek Dolezaj. It'll be his first, the senior from Bratislava in Slovakia, number 1 on the orange.
Yeah, if I'm the Syracuse defense, I almost consider not worrying so much about extending out and tightening it up to make plays like that with Girard.
Yep. Girard in transition. Skip back out for Boeheim. Quickly to Griffin. Will step in. Kick back for Buddy's 3. Front rim miss. Dolezaj gives him another shot. Girard obliges and knocks down a 3. 32nd of the year for Joseph Girard III.
9-0 when Syracuse out-rebounds their opponent. The offensive glass plays a role there too. The Orange 0-5 when they're out-rebounded by their opponent. So winning the backboard, massive for this team.
Beverly misses deep. Orange trying to flip the floor. Watching, trying to see if Guerrier's got a mismatch against Beverly down there, Jordan. They got to find number 1 the ball, don't they?
Yeah, you got to get him on that post, commit to it.
And Griffin fouled by Bates on the drive, his first, 3rd on the Wolfpack. You mentioned this before the game. Manny Bates with DJ Funderburk not available. Kevin Keats has got to be concerned about Manny Bates and fouls tonight, right?
Yeah, and Syracuse has to be aware to attack the shot blocker. Shot blockers, they can't fight the temptation. They want to do what they do in the wild, go block shots. So attack the big fella, make him vulnerable, earn that whistle, and then you're bringing in the inexperienced guys that are tasked with defending inside, and that is a much bigger drop-off defensively. Manny Bates on the inside or anybody else on the Wolfpack interior.
All right, here's Jalen Gibson checking in, 6'9" freshman, outside of Raleigh from Zebulon, North Carolina. And you also saw Thomas Allen go out as Cam Hayes comes back. And here's Darion Sebron, a redshirt freshman from Norfolk. So Coach Keats not afraid to dip into the depth. Griffin hits both free throws for the Orange. He's got 8 and is the game's leading scorer.
Helms got to get a touch every time, just like that. Opens up good looks.
And the rebound off the miss. Girard in transition. And then turned it over. Down floor Hayes and a foul. Pretty good play by Cam Hayes, the freshman.
Very lax on the delivery from Girard. And we don't see it there, but that step in allowing Hayes to go the other way. For an offense that is lacking your leading scorer in Devin Daniels and Funderburk not in uniform, you want to make the Wolfpack earn every point. Runouts off of turnovers going the other way, not the medicine that the Orange want to be serving out in this one.
Just the 14th free throw attempt of the year for the freshman Cam Hayes. Now 9 of 14. Top 50 player. Played for the legendary Fred Johnson at Greensboro Day School in the Triad of North Carolina. Buys 1 of 2. And it's a 1-point lead for the Orange.
Here comes the pressure.
Yep. And as much as Syracuse wants to play the zone, this is what NC State wants to do, right? And Girard makes them pay.
That's exactly how you got to play it.
For Girard, Jordan.
When you see an aggressive defense, Wes, when you got a skilled offense, got to be aggressive right back at it. Can't play on your heels. Advance the ball via the air to get a good look.
Ruled a 2, 5 for Girard. Helms answers for the Wolfpack. He's got 6.
Helms has been masterful.
Yep.
Very tough to be confident that mid-post area. Helms has been the lighthouse for this Pack offense.
Here's Griffin. Girard guard backing up, flagged it down one-handed on a bullet from Griffin. 10 to shoot for the Orange, who lead by a point. Boeheim, Dolezaj, Guerrier.
The IQ of Dolezaj to make that happen. Slips the screen, gets the catch, sees help side come, definitely swings it on the interior for the layup. That sequence speaks to the player that Dolezaj is. So very high IQ to make the whole thing happen from start to finish with the action.
Inside, Helms to catch. Against Griffin, draws the foul. It'll be the second on Alan Griffin and the third on the Orange, Jordan.
Look, what he doesn't have in brawn with muscle, he makes up for it with IQ. Slips it, then delivers to Guerrier, who punctuates the play. Clinical. Well, when you're without your leading scorer in Devin Daniels and you're without DJ Funderburk down low, you're going to have to lean on other places to produce. Jericho Helms has been that in the most critical spot against the matchup zone, that painted area right around the ACC logo. You catch there, the world is yours. Problem is, most opponents aren't comfortable operating there. Helms has been. It's been a snap judgment from him. Either catch and make a scoring play, shooting it, or allowing that defense to come at him at a frenzied pace, dump down to a teammate for an easy lane. 6 points, 2 assists. Every play in the half court has come from Helens' decision-making and confidence.
He's got 7 points. 3 of 4 from the floor, now hits the free throw. We saw the Chaminade High School note on Jericho Helms, alma mater of Jason Tatum and Mr. Cornett.
Hit me.
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal, Priority Sports, let's go. Little plug for my boys.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Helms has got 8, the Wolfpack trails 1. Entertaining little ball game here early because both have an agenda at the offensive end. There's Kadari Richmond in the ball game for the first time, by the way. There's a runner, Boeheim, and 1.
Oh, they're going to charge.
Oh, they call the charge.
I don't like that call. I thought there was composure. Let's see here. It's tough from that angle. Let's take another look here. Yeah, it's the right call. Good defensive anticipation for Beverly. This guy's played a lot of basketball in a Wolfpack jersey.
And a catch and shoot 3, and he rattles that in. Braxton Beverly from Hazard, Kentucky's got 9 on 3 triples, and NC State goes in front. And here comes Alan Griffin back with the 2 fouls, Jordan.
Yeah, Richmond getting a little bit of talking to there. This Pack defense applying the pressure. They were able to beat Wake Forest by generating 20 turnovers. They're going to look to have that same type of formula here against an Orange team that Syracuse quite simply has more talent on the floor in this game.
Tried to go inside on the pass. Guerrier the foul. That'll be his first, 5th on the Orange.
Number 1, Quincy Guerrier, his first. Team foul number 5 on the Orange.
You see Kevin Keats. He knows without Daniels the rest of the way, and without Funderburk at least tonight, his team has to almost play perfect at both ends. Hayes a 3. And Dolezaj the rebound.
That's a bad decision.
Back on the floor.
Syracuse take advantage.
Dolezaj up and scores around Bates.
I love watching Dolezaj
second
play.
field goal.
I love watching Dolezaj play. He's so aware of how to use his body, and he's so quick to make a decision. He's a tough guard.
Helms the miss, knocked out by Bates. It will belong to the Orange. Marek Dolezaj really got a compliment from Kevin Keats last night in our visit about how much, number 1, he's improved physically and how much he does for Syracuse. But to your point earlier, Jordan, how smart he is with the basketball. Griffin
He
missing
knows what
on the
to do
three.
with it, Wes. He knows what to do with the basketball when he has it. He's got a plan.
Turned over that time. Gerard. Dolezaj and a foul. NC State will pick up their 4th team foul.
That's a prime example. I thought Gerard went a little too deep before he decided to give that thing to Dolezaj, but Dolezaj took that basketball in a compromising position and drew a whistle. I think that should be shooting. That's got to be free throws.
Too. They're going to check on that. While they check, we remind you we've got women's basketball for you Thursday night, a doubleheader coming up for you here on ACC Network. Pam Wardle and China Robinson will be at the Carrier Dome for Wake Forest and Syracuse. Quentin Hilsman's team a win earlier today against Notre Dame. And then Jen Hildreth, Debbie Antonelli will have coverage of top-ranked Louisville against Boston College. Better than ever, ACC Women's Hoops Thursday night right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Our producer, Kristen Hennessy, our director, Scott Hecht, our great crew tonight in Central New York. They're working man hours today. Started out this morning with 11 a.m. tilt between Syracuse and Notre Dame on the ladies' side, and here tonight, Marek Dolezaj knocks down the free throw. He's 86% on the year. He's got 5, and good folks not only behind the board but also on the cameras and other areas in this production. We appreciate your long day today to help bring ACC sports, in particular basketball, to our network. 1 of 2 for Dolezaj. Now Helms hangs out on that logo again here, Jordan.
And he's got to make a concerted effort. It's like feeding the talented big on a low block. Helms needs to get that touch to mid-post. Let him make the decisions ultimately for this offense in a half court.
10 to shoot. Helms took his eye off of it. And last touched with 7 to shoot. It looks like there's some confusion here as to who it's going to go to. And Kevin Keats is litigating it was deflected. Boeheim says it wasn't. What's new?
A lot of posturing going on both sides there.
A lot of litigating. Allen for Shaq Moore. That got blocked out of bounds by Griffin with 2 on the shot clock.
Hakeem Warwick-esque blocking that shot on the baseline to seal the deal for that title in 2003. Different vibe.
Done.
Same look.
Helms into a shot clock violation. Dolezaj and Guerrier were right there to lock down Helms on the inbounds catch. 3 turnovers for NC State. 1-point Orange lead, under 9 to go in this first half.
Difference between Griffin and Hakeem Warwick. Hakeem Warwick was longer in the CVS receipt. That's
both
real.
That is long. That is long. Guerrier on the drive. Missed the layup. Bates bullied his way in there for the rebound. Helms. Allen, deep 3. Thomas Allen, 20 of 3 of the year. We've got our 9th lead changes. NC State goes back in front.
That's what Thomas Allen does. He's shooting around 43% from the 3-point line. He's confident on a catch. Take a look. Not locating the shooter. Boeheim with the closeout. Not enough urgency there. Allen gets it to go.
And foul in the backcourt on Shaquille Moore. That'll be his 5th. And it's the first on the freshman, Moore. And you see Jericho Helms check out. Robert Braswell has come on the floor for the Orange for the first time, wearing number 20. Braswell played 7 minutes the other night in the loss at Virginia. Boeheim a catch and 3. Buddy Boeheim's got a pair of triples here in the first half. Orange
throw
back
the
in
percentages
front.
out the door. When Buddy Boeheim catches like that, forget about it. Nobody around, feet squared, shoulders facing the hoop. It's a done deal.
Allen, quick pass for Bates. Moore hanging 2 over Dolezaj, missed everything. Bates recovers and shoves it down with one hand.
is a very important stretch of basketball for Syracuse. With Helms out operating at the mid-post, is this a point and an opportunity where they can take control of the game? Wolfpack seem like they have no interest in that.
Nice pass. Hayes to Sebron in the layup. NC State got this thing in transition, Jordan.
I'll tell you who. Coach Boeheim is not happy with the effort. Transition, getting back, locating guys. Better locate that shooter. Buddy Boeheim, one of the best. Forget about the percentages. The Wolfpack in attack mode.
Lead for NC State 29-26 as we rejoin you with Jordan Cornette, West Durham. And remember, we talked about field goal attempts and who would replace Devin Daniels. And tonight now DJ Funderburk. That's about 20 attempts that got to be found. And Jericho Helms and Braxton Beverly, early candidates here, JC?
And Helms made sense because we knew he'd be operating at the mid-post, and that was reaffirmed by Coach Keaton speaking with him. So that made sense. But the bigger one was, can they get Braxton Beverly more involved offensively? He's meant so much to this program over his time, but he was going to have to take more shots. He has. 3 of 4. He's been efficient. That's been the difference as the Wolfpack have surprised here in the first 13 minutes.
Well, we've gone back and forth a lot in this opening half. Boeheim to tie. And Bates collects the loose ball. Hayes on the run for the Wolfpack and threw it away, trying to get it to Moore in the corner. And there's a foul. And I believe it's on Sebron. And Darion Sebron, the 6'7" redshirt freshman, who took an academic redshirt a season ago for Kevin Keats. His first. Gerard to tie. Missed a wide open look, and the rebound pulled away by Thomas Allen.
Gerard was more worried about getting his feet right beyond the arc and more focus on that, less on the offering. That's why he missed there.
Sebron, nice look in the corner. Moore knocks down the 3. Shaquille Moore's 12th triple of the year. Jordan, we saw him go wild against Carolina in December at PNC Arena, and off to a good start here tonight. There's a steal, and this is Sebron with the dunk. 9-0 run by NC State and an 8-point lead for Kevin Keats' Wolfpack.
You got to call this what this is. This is a heck of an effort from a Pack team that's shorthanded and came out here and said we're going to be resilient and come out and compete. And this is a Syracuse team that is not matching that intensity.
Guerrier, a 3rd try for the Orange. And the roll, it's knocked away. Sebron got a hand in there. And here's Allen in the Wolfpack. Sebron challenges Moore. Shaquille Moore, back rim miss. 8-point lead with 5:05 to play.
Travel.
And we got a travel. What about this redshirt freshman Darion Sebron getting a chance here?
Yeah, Sebron aggressive, getting in a passing lane with his length, allowing that to translate for some defense, some easy offense. And now it's not about having a lead, it's about building a lead. Bench effort has been there for this Pack team. Down without 2 of your biggest players, your most ball-dominant, productive guys. And you've seen Coach Keats be creative with the pressure, how he's been finding shots for guys, getting a guy like Braxton Beverly back and involved. And they have been so efficient in this first half offensively.
Moore threw it away, trying to go to Allen.
Allen has been such a gift for this team defensively. Where they've lacked, Griffin has brought it defensively, getting in passing lanes, deflections, blocks, and even on the boards defensively. He's been a revelation.
And knocks down a 2, I think. Yep, it's it is a 2 for Griffin, who now has 10 to lead the Orange. Moore trying to answer. That ball got jostled out of there, and finally Boeheim with it.
Too much dribbling.
Yep, Griffin trying to weave around and find a vacant spot. Here's Richmond, who's back on the floor for a second time. Jesse Edwards, the young man from Amsterdam, the 6'11 sophomore in the paint now for the Orange too. Buddy Boeheim left it on the front rim.
Too easy to defend. Watch how the Pack are moving this basketball, putting pressure on the defense, allowing opportunities like that.
Shaquille Moore's got 5. Lead back to 8. And Guerrier had it stripped out of there by Moore, recovered Helms. Next dead ball will get a timeout. Allen thought about it. Helms baits the dunk off the bounce pass.
It's a matchup zone. At the front is out of sync with the last line of defense. So much pressure at the S, the logo. And then once you pass over that, you've got 2-on-1 basketball. Helms catches at the mid post. All he has to do is get past one defender with a bounce and easy layup.
And Bates blocked the attempt, recovered the ball. Here's NC State with Helms. And couldn't get the 3 to go down. Boeheim trying to help the Orange at the other end. And we're going to get a stop here with 2:33 to play. 10-point game. Kevin Keats got to be pleased, Jordan.
It's coming in waves for this offense. Shaq Moore, the lucky lefty, gets to the rim with some early offense. Then Helms, the facilitator. Bates, the finisher.
Basketball for you, presented by Geico. We'll start with Wake Forest and Notre Dame at 5. Dave O'Brien, Corey Alexander there, and then Reese Davis we welcome to ACC Network with John Crispin, Carolina Clemson at 7 p.m. and then late night, number 16 Florida State at Boston College. John Meade-Perrell, Malcolm Huckabee on the call there Tuesday night on ACC Network, and always streaming live on the ESPN app. And there's Big Manny Bates, who's off to a great start tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, Manny Bates has been good on the backboard. He's been good as the last line of defense. And he's been good on that short corner, catching high efficiency plays, thanks to Jericho Helms and his operation at the mid post. Those two working with great synergy.
All right, who's the next 2.5 bigger for, Syracuse or NC State, JC?
Huge for Syracuse. Find a rhythm, that matchup zone, try and find some stops. Be good with the basketball, eliminate some of those turnovers. Syracuse has to find a way to neutralize what's been a bad first half for them.
There's Beverly. There's Allen, Helms, Cam Hayes, and Manny Bates. And Allen from out front. Bates tried for the dunk follow and draws the foul.
Syracuse foul line number 1, Quincy Guerrier.
Quincy Guerrier draws his second. He and Griffin now have 2 for the Orange. 16 fouls on Coach Boeheim's club. And here's Manny Bates' first free throw attempts. He's 68% on the year.
And it's Bates wanting to find position. Once the shot went up, he outworked the zone. I mean, that's where it's always going to be vulnerable. Rebounding opportunities against a matchup zone. Found a space, put himself in position to win.
1 of the 2 for Manny Bates. The lead 9. We're inside 2 minutes to go first half. And Dolezaj, nice layup. Richmond did a good job getting to the point there too, Jordan, against NC State. Oh, Helms had it go through the wickets, turned over by the Pack. Here's Dolezaj trying to go all the way to the end and had it knocked away. Last touch by Beverly. It'll stay with the Orange.
6'10" big, though, starting to break. Run him with it. That's the unique skill set that a guy like Dolezaj presents. And it was controlled. It wasn't reckless with chaos as he's pushing that thing in the open floor. That's what another facet of what he delivers.
Boeheim, the catch and shoot. Sebron kept it alive for the Bates rebound. 9th rebound, 9 points for Manny Bates here in this first half. And with 77 seconds left, it'll stay with the Pack.
Struggles continue for Buddy Boeheim. 2 of 8. He's gotten good looks. Just can't seem to complete these. The funk remains, which is now ongoing for 2 games and a half.
Sebron out of the corner. Knocks down the 3, the 3rd of the year for Darion Sebron. He's got 7 here in the first half. Back the other way, the Orange answer. Kadari Richmond's second field goal.
Orange can't keep trading baskets. I mean, you've given up. You're on pace to give up 84 in this one. NC State's a high-scoring team, but not without Daniels and Funderburk. No excuse.
And Dolezaj going to commit the foul. He's the 3rd Syracuse player to pick up 2. 7th on the Orange with 40 seconds left. And you see Jim Boeheim offering some counsel to his team at the defensive end. 1-1 for Helms. Boy, what a first half for Jericho Helms. 9 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Make it a 10-point half, JC.
And you've gotten exactly what you've needed here. Bates producing, Beverly producing, and of course Helms. NC State needed their core guys to step up with what they're missing. They've gotten it so far.
Ten-point lead for NC State. Stay tuned. ACC Network studio coming up at the half. I can confirm, Jordan, that the entire law firm is going to be there. Kelsey Riggs, Dowling Cuff, Luke Cornett, and Carlos Boozer, all at the break.
I think you just gave Luke the Cornett surname, which is fantastic. I think you just said Luke Cornett.
Oh, Luke Cornett, who used to play at Vanderbilt, different spelling.
Yeah,
Luke Hancock. Luke Hancock.
Hey, both of them are rich. It's fine. Both of them got a lot of money.
There's a drive by Richmond and a foul. I could have said Frank Cornett. That's Luke Cornett's dad, who was a star for the Commodores in the 80s.
There you go.
By the way, with Will Perdue.
I think his mom was an athlete too, right?
I think you're right about that. Meanwhile, Luke Hancock has gotten plenty of run out of this whole conversation as Kadari Richmond goes to the line. Second foul on Manny Bates. 7th on the Wolfpack, but 2 shots for Kadari Richmond. They're excited about the young kid from Brooklyn, but there have been some struggles for the freshman at times. He's got 6 here in the first half as he hit them both. Still an 8-point game. Basically the final possession if NC State wants it to be. A little pressure here by the Orange. Helms threw it away. Stolen by Dolezaj and then repicked by Sebron. And Bates for the dunk and 1. How about that exchange, Mr. Cornett?
That's a tough sequence, but that's kind of what this first half has been. Syracuse looked like they would have it. It makes sense that they would have it. But the Pack odds finished with an and 1 opportunity of Bates on the other side.
The foul was on Girard. His first. And Ron Groover has gone to the monitor for a moment. So they were checking to see if there was anything extra on that, and there wasn't. So just the 1 free throw from Manny Bates, which is good. 12-point half for Manny Bates. 10 for Jericho Helms.
Hard to
9
reconcile
for
this.
Beverly.
Syracuse needs to see the ball go in the basket here. You got to get one. And if it's Kadari, then he's got to be driving this thing.
Sebron against Richmond. Finds a seam, challenges, and gets the bounce. Boy, nice lift. 8 points off the Orange bench for Richmond, but Syracuse trails 9, Jordan.
No Funderburk, no Daniels, and Syracuse giving up 47 points in the first half. Inexcusable. Expect them to make some adjustments defensively with the matchup zone and a commitment to Helms.
Stay tuned after the break. ACC Network studio next.
Welcome into this ACC Network halftime report alongside Carlos Boozer, Luke Hancock, and Dallin Cuff. I'm Kelsey Riggs. NC State with a 9-point lead at the break. Dallin, what do you like about what the Wolfpack have done in the first half?
I mean, no Devin Daniels, no DJ Funderburk. That's 26 points per game right there. Top 2 leading scorers. And guys, they carved them up. I mean, NC State was just destroying them in the zone. They were able to get Jericho Helms was great in the high post. Darian Seaborn stepped in for Helms, was really good in the high post. They're just it's too comfortable right now, and this has been a problem with Syracuse all year. They don't have great length or athleticism at the top of the zone. It was getting carved up. It looks just like the UVA game, where UVA shot 54% in the second half, scored 46 points. Looks just about the same thing right now.
Yeah, I'm all about the bigs, man. Manny Bates and Jerry Cole Hellum has been dominant in this game, putting up big buckets inside, and then giving shots to Beverly. Beverly 3 for 4 from the three-point line. They are chopping this zone all the way up. 47 points at halftime is a lot to give up for Syracuse.
Yeah, Syracuse did it on the offensive end. 38 should be enough to get the job done against a shorthanded NC State. But both these teams have to circle one spot. When they go pull the whiteboard out at halftime, right above that ACC logo, right at the free throw line, Syracuse has to find a way to keep the ball out of there. Jericho Helms is feeding wide open layups and dunks to Manny Bates. And on the other end, Syracuse just has to find a way to get better shots on the offensive end, keep it rolling.
We'll see what adjustments they are able to make at the half. Right now, Syracuse trailing by 9. Alan Griffin doing his part, though. He's got 10 in the first half.
Guard somebody, though.
Boo, since you did that for us, I'm going to do something for you right now. And as we go to break, I'm going to give you some love from one of the big players that you were already talking about earlier, Manny Bates. 12 points, 9 rebounds in the first half. Boo, that's for you. NC State up at the break.
Dominant.
Second half action coming up from the Dome in Central New York. NC State with a 9-point lead on Syracuse. Great to be with Jordan Cornette, West Durham, for we start a new week of ACC basketball here on the evening. And boy, the Wolfpack shooting in the first half, Jordan. They finish at 56.7%. But here's the breakdown we talked about at the top.
Who's shooting? Anybody? Everybody? 47 points, 14 assists on 17 field goals. A clinic on how to beat that matchup zone, mid-high post area. Helms has been masterful. Braxton Beverly coming in, knocking down shots from 3 early. Of course, the short corner has been a part of this thing. It's been fun to watch if you're a Pac fan. It's been excruciating to watch this defensive effort from the Orange. Plays like this, you actually saw the effort from the Orange. That first half didn't go their way. Manny Bates, it ultimately ends up in his hands for the and one. NC State played as good a first half as you could possibly imagine, and did so without their star, their ball-dominant guy in Devin Daniels, and their most viable scoring option down low in DJ Funderburk. It's a connected group that has confidence on their side after what they saw that they were able to do in the first 20 minutes. This first 4 is massive to determine how this game's going to look. If NC State comes out with that same plan of attack and the Orange can't get anything done defensively, this one could be lopsided.
Jordan, the Orange did not linger in that locker room at halftime with Jim Boeheim. He put his group out there to warm up with, about 6.5 minutes left to go on that halftime clock.
I've been there before. I've been in that locker room with Coach Bray when I played at Notre Dame. He told us, get the heck out of here. Get out of the locker room. I don't want to look at you.
Right.
How do they respond? We'll see here in the next 20.
Yeah. Joe Girard starts. Syracuse the ball, down 9 at home. And right away, Guerrier against Beverly. Alan Griffin got off to a hot start, but then picked up 2 fouls with 11.5 minutes to go, and then had to be fairly quiet the rest of the way. Guerrier slices in and gets the layup to start the second frame. Just the second field goal for the 7th best scorer in the ACC.
And he's missed a couple bunnies. Those bunnies have turned into bears. It's big for his confidence to see one go in early on, that close around the rim that he couldn't connect on in the first stanza.
Cam Hayes with Thomas Allen, Braxton Beverly, Jericho Helms, and Manny Bates, the 8th different lineup that Kevin Keats has used this year. Here's Helms missing the foul line jumper. Bates scrambled for it. Now they'll go to the deck, and a held ball is the call. And possession will go to the Wolfpack. So Devin Daniels, who tore the ACL with 9 minutes to go Wednesday night, the win against Wake Forest for NC State. And then there's DJ Funderburk, who is missing the ball game tonight per university policy. Here's a look at the scramble after the miss by Helms.
I'm going to show you this. Helms makes that catch. It's 2-on-1 basketball. It's him and Bates essentially versus Dolezaj. He gets a great look from the high post area, or he can elect to bounce pass it and finish. Those winning opportunities are here for the final 19 minutes. It's a Helms catch and decide to make a scoring pass or score it himself from that ACC logo. That'll determine a win or a loss for the Wolfpack.
Jericho Helms played in that area a year ago when NC State won at the Dome. 2 on the shot clock. Helms a fall away on Dolezaj.
It's going to define the game. Helms making that catch and his efficiency rate for the final 18 minutes and 36 seconds. Because when he catches, he's staring at Dolezaj, and he needs to decide, do I want to shoot over 6'10", or definitely pass it around into the short corner to Bates.
Guerrier again. He's got all 4 of Syracuse's points in the second half. There's Helms again, Jordan, and that time stolen by Griffin. Allen will give chase, and Griffin saved it back for Boeheim. But it was called a jump ball. And possession will go to Syracuse here. Look at this play.
And it's just not giving up. It's been the effort. Griffin does a great job again defensively making something happen. A little too lackadaisical with that thing. And Allen not giving up on the play. Possession, yeah.
Ooh.
Thought that could have been a trap.
That's what I was thinking. Griffin lucky he didn't land out of bounds.
Especially because he regained that possession coming down.
Guerrier in the lane. Griffin the rebound. Kick for Girard's triple. Scramble again inside. Dolezaj the rebound. Yep. And now 10 to shoot for Joe Girard. Deep 3. And the rebound for Bates. 10th rebound for Manny Bates, who's got a double-double tonight. He's 5 of 5 from the floor. And a reach-in foul on the Orange there.
All right, so, I mean, the conversation has to be had here at 17 minutes, 28 seconds. I understand that's a Hall of Famer on the sidelines and Coach Jim Boeheim. But Kadari Richmond is a player that's having an impact in this game. And your offense isn't really bringing it. Defensively, you've had moments, but you gave up 47. This might be a time where you say Girard needs to take the seat, and Richmond becomes the guy that plays at the point guard position to give you a lift in this one. Something worth exploring. I understand Coach Boeheim's a Hall of Fame coach, not second-guessing him. But personnel-wise, Richmond might be the play.
Here's Helms on the catch against Dolezaj. 8 to shoot for the Wolfpack. Look at Beverly try to sneak through, scoop it up on the glass and in. 11 for Braxton Beverly. By the way, Manny Bates has got his second career double-double here tonight, Jordan. His first of this season. 9-point lead again. Guerrier, Dolezaj. Nice ball handling inside by the Orange. Here's Allen. I like the patience NC State's played with here, Jordan. Beverly with 8. Hayes, and that's deep. And the rebound for Guerrier.
It's a big possession, just for the confidence of the Orange. See if they can put a little bit more game pressure. Tighten this thing up a little bit.
Boeheim and 1, the foul on Hayes.
Buddy Boeheim hasn't been able to get the jump shot going, but this is just a tough scorer's mentality. Put that thing on the deck and earn the whistle getting to the rim. And that's the ability that Buddy Boeheim does have. And when he's struggling with the perimeter shot like he is, use his size and skill to earn them the grind-it-out way. I like seeing that sequence from one of the stars in this league.
First free throw of the night for Buddy Boeheim. He's 15 of 17 at the line this year, and Boy, the Orange has taken a 9-point halftime deficit, and they have outscored NC State by a score of 9-4 here to start the half. Here's Hayes out of the corner, Allen out of the corner, an air ball on the three.
Oxygen.
4 minutes in here, and now Syracuse can sense that they're still in it. Got a chance to even cut deeper. Boeheim to cut it to 1. Front rim miss, Helms the rebound.
Last year was a different story. I mean, those are just falling at a much higher clip a season ago.
Bates, the recovery of the brick off the hand of Moore. And Manny Bates has got 14 points tonight for the Wolfpack. The lead pushed back to 6. Gerard and the Orange trying to find somebody to knock something down perimeter-wise. And Alan Griffin, who started the night hot, now has got 13 points on his third three of the evening.
Gotta get back, can't get bored with what's winning. Number 4 touching at the ACC logo, Jericho Helms. Can't get bored with what works.
That got partially blocked. Bates recovers. Here's Helms. Tried to get it to Allen. He took his eye off of it, and it will go to the Orange. But first, we get a break at the Dome. Syracuse an early run there to within 3 of visiting NC State on a Sunday night. Tight, because after we're done here at the Dome tonight, we will send you to Nothing But Net. Kelsey Riggs, Dallin Cuff, Luke Hancock, Carlos Boozer already joined you at halftime. They'll add Hall of Fame coach Muffin McGraw to chronicle a full day of women's basketball in the ACC. All that coming up tonight on ACC Network and streaming live on the ESPN app. There's Kadari Richmond, 8 points in 6 minutes, 3 of 3 from the floor, but has yet to see any action here in the second half. So Gerard, Dolajai, Boeheim, Griffin, and Guerrier on the floor for Coach Boeheim. His team trails 3. Can tie with a triple here, obviously. 5 and change into the second half. Buddy backing down on Beverly, and a 2-pointer rattles in. 11 for Buddy Boeheim.
That's just a good matchup size-wise. Clearly, Boeheim's able to comfortably grind that thing into the paint and shoot with ease over the shorter Beverly. As long as that's a matchup, you need to get the ball to Boeheim. Same sequence. You'll get the same result.
It's been Griffin occasionally too, Jordan. It's been defended by Beverly. You just got to find the guy number 10's trying to check, right?
Absolutely. They can pay. What he gives you offensively, it's going to be a liability defensively against these tallish guards.
That ball got knocked out, last touch by the Orange. 4 to shoot here for Kevin Keats' team.
Make no mistakes about it. Offensively, Beverly has been huge for this Wolfpack team. Early on made shots, but kept that consistent in the first half, already with 11.
And that time a misfire on the lob pass from Shaquille Moore, trying to get it to Bates. And now Syracuse can lead. Boeheim skips to Gerard. And that got blocked by Manny Bates, saved by Allen, but not before he towed the far side out of bounds, so it will stay with the Orange with 18 to shoot.
You get the pump fake, but that allows one of the best shot blockers in the country to make his way into the sequence, and Manny Bates, who blocks the shot.
Orange haven't led since it was 26-25. Griffin has it bounce away. State holds to the advantage, and look at Moore feed Bates, and he went hard to the rack and draws the foul.
We've talked about the high post, we've talked about the short corner. Another way to beat this matchup zone, dribble penetration. Shaq Moore makes the defense commit to him. Dump down short corner where Manny Bates has been effective all evening long.
Here's Manny Bates to the strike. Free throw is good. 15 points now for Bates. He is 3 for 4 at the free throw line. Jordan, this is the first time this year he's had double figures against somebody not named North Carolina in ACC play.
And you needed it. That's the beauty of it.
He missed the back end of the two-shot chance. Yeah, but when he sees the Bowl boys in Bashville Blue come rolling in, he gets keyed up, but then had to get it against somebody other than Carolina, right?
Bright lights.
Yeah, well, He got him tonight. Got him tonight. Yeah, he's had 2 terrific ball games against Carolina, by the way. Here's Boeheim in a 2-point deficit. Trying to find an alley. Girard for the lead. Missed badly off the back iron. Beverly will turn, and here comes the Wolfpack.
There's no way Richmond's not checking into the game at this point. There's no way.
And now the zone. Beverly trying to get it to Helms. Are they doing anything different there, Jordan, to prevent the entry pass?
No, they're hugging Helms a little bit more, but they're still, credit to the Pack, finding ways to still get him the basketball.
NC State's just 3 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. Remember now, they were at 57% at halftime. Struggle's been real here in the next 20 minutes. Syracuse now 6 of 15 from the floor in the second half. Foul line area Bates. He'll fire. Back rim miss. And Guerrier the rebound.
Yeah, it's better with Helms at that space because he can more confidently knock down that shot. They switched from short corner to high post.
Griffin steps to the corner for the lead. Nope, it's a 2. It's a 2. Foot on the line for Alan Griffin, who's got 15. And we're locked up at 54 now. Bates waits on the traffic and now looking for help. Slips it to the far corner. Here's Helms. Working inside, strong on Dolajai. Bates follow good. He's got 17, Jordan. 3 off his career high. He's already got a career high in rebounds tonight with 13. And Guerrier answers for the Orange. He's got 8.
Don't forget this stat, Wes. Syracuse on the season, 9-0 when they out-rebound their opponent. 0-5 when they're out-rebounded by their opponent. The Pack lead in rebounding by a very slim margin of 26-24 at this point.
Here's Helms. Lowers the shoulder, spins. Comes up empty. Quick pass, Guerrier the catch and score. Orange in front for the first time since it was 26-25. Quincy Guerrier, who had just 2 at halftime, got 8 here in the second half.
Sublime look from Girard there to deliver to Guerrier. Thought there was some contact, should have been an and 1 either way. Syracuse making plays to regain the lead. Girard had his man. Threads the needle. Definitely some contact, but Guerrier gets the 2.
Well, get ready for Saturday night at Cameron. Different environment, certainly, for the Battle of the Blues. Here in Central New York, 58-56, the Orange by a basket. We're almost to the midway point of the second half, and it's been a different half for the Orange, too, Jordan, to be honest. NC State has not shot it as well, but Syracuse also been a little more efficient.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's tough because Joe Girard just made one of the better plays to get them the lead, threading the needle to Guerrier. But right now, this feels like a lineup where Richmond needs to be in there. He is right now. And I think this is your best 5 for this stretch. If you hope to hold home court and win this game. Richmond looked great in the limited minutes in the first half. 8 points in 6 minutes. Can he continue some of that right here? Defensively, he gives you such a solid plus-minus, and he can score the ball.
Well, Beverly had it rim out. Last touch by the Orange. So 20 for the Wolfpack on the shot clock. 9:51 to go in the ball game when we come back. 2-point lead for the Orange. Don't forget ACC Women's Hoops, better than ever, coming up Thursday night, 6 o'clock. Jen Hoover and Wake Forest, who lost a tough one today at home to Clemson, visit the Dome to meet Tiana, Kiara, Priscilla, and Camilla Cardoza. Did I roll off all the...
I mean, you hit them all. Stuck the landing.
All the profiles for Quentin Hillsman.
Hat tip,
That's at
retweet,
6
all
o'clock. And then following that, you'll get Boston College hosting #1 Louisville, who, by the way, meets NC State tomorrow night at the Yum Center over on ESPN2. That's a doubleheader for you here on ACC Network. Manny Bates going to work out of the timeout, and we're going to get a foul on the second chance opportunity.
That's going to be 3 on Bates.
Yep, that's his third. Second foul on NC State of the second half. So both schools have 2. Third on Bates. The Orange operating with a 2-point lead.
I'd go right at Bates on the Orange. Attack the rim.
Richmond working against Braxton Beverly. Dolezaj over Bates. Spun out. Darion Sebron has played well tonight in extended time for Kevin Keats. Of course, they play without Devin Daniels, and tonight they also play without DJ Funderburk. Here's Bates to Beverly. In the lane, Helms up strong and one. Jericho Helms.
It's a heck of a play from Helms, but you'll watch him lower the shoulder, lower the boom, so to speak. And for Griffin, right there should have been the charge. But he didn't really engage as a defender and didn't commit nearly enough contact to disrupt the offering from Helms, who now has a 3-point play opportunity.
Third foul on Syracuse, third on Griffin. And Helms is 5 for 5 at the line, and the Wolfpack back in front of point at 59-58. Griffin rattled out on a deep 3. There's Helms. Skips across. Thomas Allen's 3, a front rim miss. And a reset for NC State here with 8:25 to go. Beverly, a 2, a rare 2, by the way, Jordan. Bodies go down, and here's Syracuse trying to get in transition. And Alan Griffin, the beneficiary of a nice handoff from Buddy Boeheim. 17 for Griffin. NC State at the other end, and Helms in transition.
That'll drive a coach crazy. You get a basket, and even in scoring, you give up one the other way because you're not communicating with transition defense. Credit the Pack. Being in attack mode off makes and misses.
Whoa! Bates slapped it out of there, but it's goaltending. Kadari Richmond will get credit for the 4th field goal. He's got 10 points. And all of a sudden, we're walking ourselves into a good one, Jordan.
Helms continues to deliver in the interior. 1 defender, 2 defender, don't matter. Give me 2.
Hey, don't forget Wednesday's National Signing Day. Jordan, are you aware of this? You need to be. 6 o'clock,
yeah.
The Huddle Signing Day Special. Jordan Cornette, E.J. Manuel, Eric McLean, Coach Rick, and Tom Luganbill makes a special appearance to break down the signing classes for each ACC school. We'll talk to coaches from across the conference as well. So JC handles the Huddle at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, Wednesday night right here on ACC Network.
Make sure I throw on a makeup, have the suit ready. I let the guys do the work. You know how it is, Wes.
Mac wants to get down and dirty. He's going to get the grill and get everything going. And he'll have it all worked out for you.
He's watching this. You know he's a hoops head.
Oh, he loves the hoops. Yep, he and EJ both.
Yes, sir. EJ's got a nice little stroke. EMAC, well, we're working on it. Eric McLean.
Burley in the lane. Here's Beverly. There's the pass on the mid-post that Jordan's been talking about all night for Jericho Helms, who backs out with 5 to shoot. Now the Wolfpack's got to hurry. Here's Allen with the horn sounding, and it rims out. And last touched by Griffin. So a reset to 20, and NC State keeps it trailing 1 with 7:10 to go.
11 offensive rebounds for NC State, giving themselves extra opportunities to keep this one tight and be in position to steal one on the road. Can Syracuse confidently grab some defensive rebounds down the stretch? Could be the tell in this one.
Wolfpack's been very patient for the most part. Here's Helms, foul line, knocks it down. 19 now for Jericho Helms.
He's been incredible. What a sublime performance from Helms. So confident in a space on the floor where a lot of players, no matter how skilled or confident as scorers they are, struggle.
And a long 3-ball. Buddy Boeheim rings the bell. Orange back in front by 2 with 6:30 to go. Here's Helms again. Tried to bounce it to Bates and deflected away over the inline. It'll stay with the Wolfpack.
You almost have to look at when Helms catches at that high post like it's dumping it down to a 20 and 10 post guy on the low block. Once the ball's actually delivered there, the chance for scoring for the Pack increases to such a ridiculous degree because of how Helms been handling the decision there. It's just a matter of getting him the ball in the spot. After that, great things have happened.
Long 3 missed by Beverly, rebounded by Griffin in Syracuse. 2-point game ahead of 6 minutes to play. Richmond back for Griffin. Fights through traffic, swatted out by Manny Bates. Here's Hayes ahead for Sebron in traffic. Helms the rebound and the stick back. 21 for Jericho Helms tonight. That's a season high. It's an ACC high. And 2 off a career high. Tied at 65, and the tap follow fell off the front rim for Guerrier. And then we're going to get a foul because Quincy was down on the floor and ended up committing the foul with the trip.
Tell you, Guerrier has missed so many close ones around the rim, and he is stunned that whistle's on him. He felt the contact. I think he was expecting he'd get the whistle, not be called with the whistle for the foul.
I'm not necessarily sure that the 76-year-old Hall of Famer's all that enamored with the whistle, Jordan.
It's just been unlucky for Guerrier around the rim. Has had some success, no question, here in the second half, especially out of the gates. Right. There's been 3 or 4 opportunities. He's been point blank. Just hasn't been able to finish them through.
Moore with Beverly, Sebron, Helms, and Manny Bates. Here's Shaq Moore hanging 2. And last touch by the Wolfpack. Looked like Bates got a hand on it. Matt Potter awards it to the Orange here.
When that ball goes up, it is bated breath for Orange fans because you don't know if they're going to be able to cleanly grab a rebound, and the Packers blitz in the backboard, trying to generate as many possessions as possible.
Here's Richmond backing down on Moore, just using his 6'5" frame to pour in his 5th field goal.
Guy needs more minutes.
Richmond now with 12, Jordan.
Guy needs more minutes. Cool customer attacking the rim, great length and athleticism in that matchup zone. Got to find a way to play him more.
That ball got deflected, now turned over. 2-point game. And Richmond against Beverly again. This is where the lack of Daniels really hurts NC State, Jordan. Talking about a good guy in the steals category. Yep. Really good perimeter defender. Here's Buddy Boeheim knocking down the long 3. Boy, he really struggled the last couple of ball games, not only from the floor, especially behind the 3-point line. Now Kevin Keats is going to take a timeout. His team trails 5. Syracuse's biggest advantage of the night here, Jordan.
And this is why I love Buddy Boeheim, a gamer. Amnesia with the jumper, forgets the last miss, pursues a make.
Point advantage, Jordan, with 4:14 to play. We've had 7 ties, 18 lead changes tonight for you, big fella. This has been all you wanted, right?
It's been the headliners making plays. Wes Manny Bates, one of the best shot blockers. Bill Russell would love seeing that. Keeps the ball in play. Sebron in transition. Defense keys it. And, of course, Helms there to clean it all up. On the other side, I talked about that amnesia. The big-time performers, forget about the failures. They're looking for the next success. Number 35, Buddy Boeheim, always deadly, always dangerous, a difference maker. Who's going to make the plays in the final 4 minutes and 14 seconds? I'm sweating over here. Wes, how you feeling? You got the odor on? Are you good?
I got to tell you, Jericho Helms now looking at a 19-point night, 4 off his career high. Buddy Boeheim and the Orange trying to secure. This is a big game now in the 3 and 4. And when you look at both schools, 3 and 4 in the ACC. Don't know how many you're going to get done. Winning percentage really counts. Somebody's trying to get to 500 here. Helms, hard drive to the basket and the bank shot.
Tough finish. Had Dolezaj on his heels the entire time. Not bad defense. Just grown folk play in the interior there.
Yep. 3-point game, 3.5 to play. Dolezaj. And here's Griffin. Long two, and it's short. Helms the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on the Orange.
Yeah, they had to. I don't know if the whistle would have came if Helms wasn't blown so far off his initial position where he went out of bounds. So Guerrier is going to get hit with that one, and that's big. He's got 4 now.
Yep, with 3:27 to go. You see the foul trouble. 3 each for Griffin, Dolezaj, 4 for Guerrier. Entry for Sebron. Lob for Bates, got deflected out of there. Darion back to the basket, got sandwiched between Dolezaj and Griffin, and the Orange stop him cold. It's a tough spot for the redshirt freshman, JC.
You got to look at Griffin on a low block. Beverly defending and got to find a way to isolate Griffin.
Richmond sneaks into the lane. And Dolezaj collects the rebound, and then Allen stole it away from Boeheim, who then draws the foul.
Active hands. That was Shaq Moore. Was that Thomas Allen? Thomas Allen. As gifted as any, getting in there, trying to create turnovers, a sharpshooter, but an eager defender. It's always got his foot on the gas, trying to make something happen. Gets one there, Buddy Boeheim, unsuspecting.
6 fouls on the Orange, just 2 on the Wolfpack. And Jordan, I only bring that up based on what we saw yesterday in Winston-Salem when Miami, remember, trying to get that thing down to a possession or two, had to commit fouls just to get the Deacons to the line, remember?
Absolutely. Got to get Helms a touch here at the mid-post. Got to, Wes.
Wolfpack doesn't have a 3 in the second half. Allen, Helms, 3 to tie. And the rebound for Dolezaj. .203 to play. Syracuse up 3 and a timeout taken by the Orange. 30-second timeout for Jim Boeheim. His team in the second half shooting 48%, and they've held NC State to 9 of 28 from the floor, but maybe more importantly, Jordan, 0 of 6 from 3.
It's a legendary coach in Coach Jim Boeheim on the sidelines. So you know when they go into half, he's going to be able to motivate his guys to make the proper adjustments. It's never going to be okay for a proud program like the one that Boeheim has built there for his team to give up 47 points to a short-handed team. And so you're going to see them come out, make the effort, and make the plays. But do they have enough in the bag? Because Coach Keats has his squad motivated, has them believing, and has had them executing when the time called for it. But you're also seeing the fight from this Wolfpack defense. I mean, they're getting in there, trying to make things happen, offensive rebounding opportunities. I really feel like this game will come down to the ability for the Pack to win on the offensive glass. It feels like to me it's going to come down to, can the Orange get a big-time rebound when they need it?
And now it's going to come down to, can NC State get a stop? The Wolfpack watching Dolezaj work on Bates, throw it up on the rim and get the rebound. Now back to Richmond with under 2 to go on a new shot clock.
Richmond and Boeheim both on the catch there. I think you almost wish Boeheim would have caught it cleanly, take a 3-point look there.
Boeheim working on Beverly. Bates blocked it. Sebron comes away with it. 95 seconds left. Sebron the layup.
Bates has had such an impact on this game in 3 big-time ways. 4 shot blocks, 13 rebounds, a slew of those on the offensive glass, and scoring 17.
And what a move by Richmond. 14 for Kadari Richmond tonight off the Syracuse bench. 70 seconds left, back to a 3-point game. And what are you doing here, Jordan? Going for the 3?
You're getting Helms a touch. You're playing for one. You can take two here. You don't need a three. Just get a bucket here and keep the pressure on.
Sebron missed on the triple. Last touch by Bates. It'll go to the Orange with 55 left.
I'd want to look at that. You got the ability to inside 2 minutes. But here, Richmond on a penetration, spin to win. It's the kind of plays you get with Richmond in the ball game. He's a unique talent. How to utilize him. And again, Helms here. Make it a proper pass. Sebron. No look, but here the rebound. Yeah, it's clearly off Bates. You just want to take a look because you can. And that'll eventually go to Syracuse, but you're going to exhaust every opportunity and give your team a chance.
Yeah. There's Matt Potter and Ron Gruber, who worked tonight with Bill Covington on the look. Ooh.
This is why you look. I told you. Well, keep in mind the ruling on the floor was Syracuse basketball. Can you see enough there to flip the determination? I couldn't. But they're gonna take every possible angle and look to make sure they get it right. This might be our look, Wes.
See what you pick up here. That's Bates, but doesn't look like it's hard to tell if Gary got a hand on it.
Hit it at all.
Right. I'll tell you, Jordan, after a while, you try not to see things here, right?
Yeah. I think that was so clearly. It looks like Gary A's hand is removed.
Right.
And it's the hand of the shot blocker who's beat 4 shots that Syracuse has offered at the rim, and Manny Bates. I think that's off Bates, Syracuse basketball.
So there we go. It'll stay with the Orange. And now the Wolfpack, not unexpectedly, is going to press here a little bit. Quickly to Richmond. Out of a double team, and here's Griffin. Helms knocked it away. 3-point game. Jericho to the basket and fouled.
I am stunned how lackadaisical with the basketball in that critical of a situation that Alan Griffin was. You know pressure is coming from everywhere, and you're just cool, hanging with the basketball. You know it's coming from all angles. That's inexplicable to me. Inexplicable. Richmond thought he had it clean there. Should have been in the position.
So Helms at the line now, and the free throw no good. His first miss in 6 tries. He's got 21 tonight. That's a new ACC high for Jericho Helms. 2 off his career high. Now he has 22. His career high, by the way, is from December of 2019 at Wisconsin in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. 2-point game, 45.4 left. There's the double team again, back to Dolezaj.
These guys are dribbling it too much. You can pass it. You got teammates. Don't be afraid to move it.
Quick foul there. Now remember, that's just the 3rd on the Wolfpack. So the foul on Sebron, his 2nd. Now Kevin Keats' team's got to foul 4 more times to get Syracuse to the line, Jordan.
So what you're telling me is buckle up here for the final 39 seconds.
Yep. And NC State's going to play it straight.
Play for a stop. Proper decision. Proper decision.
You see the differential in the shot clock and the game clock.
Just got to get a stop.
About 14 seconds. Richmond and a reach on Sebron with 6 on the shot clock. And I don't think Kevin Keats liked the foul by his redshirt freshman, which is his 3rd, and the 4th on the Wolfpack. And Jericho Helms trying to counsel the young man from Norfolk, Virginia. 2-point game. And there's Sebron again. Now the shot clock, see, Jordan is evened up in.
Yeah, now you're gonna have to put him to the line here. You're gonna try and pursue any kind of steal that you may have.
And Jim Boeheim wants to take a timeout here. So we'll keep it here. By the way, the ACC, Jordan, only 29% of the conference games have been 5 or less or overtime. In fact, we've only had one overtime ACC game in the regular season so far, and that was NC State in their loss to Clemson a couple of weeks ago.
So you're just going to go ahead and do it, huh? You're just going to solidify
put it right there.
Extra basketball here.
Look, Kelsey, Luke, Dallin, Booz, Muffet McGraw, they can sit tight. Where they go? They got an hour left.
Dallin and Kelsey are in studio. They probably want to go home. They won't be here late. Luke and Booz are at home chilling. Coach McGraw, they're hanging out.
Oh, they're good, right? Everybody's fine if we give them a little free basketball tonight from the Dome. This has been a heck of an entertaining game, by the way, and a tremendous effort by NC State, given the first game without Devin Daniels and then finding out an hour before tip-off tonight that DJ Funderburk was not going to be available per some university policy, Jordan.
You find out what you have. You find out the intestinal fortitude and the fight of your squad. And Coach Keats has found out, win or loss, what he has. Helms comes out here at 22-9. Beverly comes out here and knocks down shots. Bates posts a double-double. And a guy like Sebron, who we didn't know what kind of run he'd get, has come out here with 9 points of his own and contributed in big ways.
NC State needs to foul twice to get the Orange on the line. And Dolezaj quickly fouled by Bates. That's his fourth. And the sixth on the pack. And the foul was pretty prompt, so not much time off the clock. This is the one you got to really worry about who you put the ball in play with. It's Dolezaj, and there's the seventh.
Like, I'll tell you, on that catch right there.
And Manny Bates just fouled out, Jordan.
Which becomes huge if we are going to play extra basketball. But Dolezaj on a catch was in such a compromising position. It's not like there's 7.7 left. I would have tried to see if he was going to cough that thing up for a couple seconds and then foul. Most especially if Bates is the guy that's going to be tasked with having to foul and make himself unavailable for the rest of the game.
Well, Manny Bates is going to foul out. 17 points, 14 rebounds, 4 blocks tonight. It'll be the first time he's fouled out in conference play, but he was really good in the first half and very steady in the second half.
He let the game come to him. Jericho Helms had a huge hand in what Bates was able to do offensively, but he was a disruptor defensively, protecting the rim, on the backboard. He gave this team everything, and it's unfortunate that if this game is going to be stretched out in any way, we won't get a chance to see more Manny Bates. What a big-time performance with a shorthanded Pac team.
Marek Dolezaj, by the way, is now 49 of 57 at the free throw line. 86%, does not have enough conversions per game to qualify for ACC statistics. He's reached double figures with 10. And he knocks in both of them. 4-point game. They got to really hurry. And Kevin Keats is going to use his last timeout with 13.7 left to go. So with 13.7 left to go, our Zaxby's player of the game is brought to you by Zaxby's, and it's Alan Griffin. 17 points, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. He got off to a hot start at the beginning of the night, Jordan, and then did a really good job when Syracuse made their run in the second half of being a factor there, too.
I had this Orange team early on in the season, and I said Alan Griffin is way more than a three-point shooter. And once he decides to really showcase that, he'll be one of the better players in this conference. That's what he's shown, which is starting to become consistent. He's defensively engaged. He's been good on the glass. He's scored in dynamic ways. But his commitment defensively to having an impact is where I've been most impressed. Alan Griffin is a stat sheet stuffer. And he's been a guy that has been a difference. And if they win this game, you'll look at the efforts from a guy like Alan Griffin. And he has elevated this team, coming in as a transfer, new role on this team. And his role is becoming a guy that does everything.
Hey, Jordan, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 blocks, 39 minutes for Alan Griffin tonight. That qualifies, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You kidding me? I wish I had a line like that when I played. Take the whole month of January.
Especially when it came to steals. right?
Blocked all them things, so
Yeah,
put it up around that rim.
Yeah, that's on record. We got that part covered. We know
Just want
that.
to make sure. If you forget, go ahead and look at the books.
We're good. You and Manny Bates, y'all can get together with the notebook.
Oh, Manny's way different. He blocks it way different than I did. That's a professional basketball player, Manny Bates. Got to get a quick one here. 13 seconds left. Got to give yourself time for another possession. Need a quick hitter.
Inbounds to Moore. Can't wait. 11 seconds. Down 4. Moore on the drive. Kicked it to the corner. Allen a 3 and a foul on Guerrier.
It's horrible.
Quincy Guerrier's disqualified on his 5th foul. He'll finish with 10. Well, they took a long time to get it going there.
I mean, that's absolutely a foul. All in the space of the shooter. They protect shooters like they protect quarterbacks in the NFL. You can't invade that space. Clear contact from Guerrier. It's a lack of attention to detail. That just opened the door for the Pack here.
So 3 free throws, and they're going to have to do some work on the clock. And this thing can get cut to 1 with all 3 free throws. But remember, Kevin Keats' team is out of timeouts. And Thomas Allen will be at the free throw line. He is 6 of 9 this year, Jordan, and has not been there tonight.
Heck of an opportunity here.
Yep.
And now you're kind of on a journey from the free throw line. See what he does here with the first couple.
Right. And the first one is good. Second time Guerrier's fouled out of a ball game this year, by the way. Allen now with 4 points.
So I'm going to go ahead. I flirted with the miss here. You go ahead and make this. 6 seconds is a whole lot of time to foul and still give yourself a shot at either winning this game or tying this game, depending on how it plays out. So you go ahead and make this one. Foul quick.
He hit them all. So now the foul has to be pretty prompt if Kevin Keats wants to have another crack at it. And the Orange are going to use their last timeout here. They had a hard time putting the ball in play, Jordan.
And they've had a tough time these last few inbounds. It hasn't looked confident. It hasn't looked easy. Coach Boeheim challenging Gerard to make himself that receiver to get open. You don't want the basketball there.
So remember, Guerrier fouls out, so they put Gerard back on the floor, who's a really good free throw. The Syracuse doesn't have to worry about one thing. They've got excellent free throw shooters on the floor. Richmond is 72% and 2 for 2 tonight, and he's the worst one, Jordan. It's not like they got any bad guys out there.
They're right around 80% as a team. That is rare to find in college basketball. The forgotten art of doing work at the charity stripe. They don't leave a lot of money on the table there.
Well,
but you got to be able to inbound the basketball.
So you see the free throw differential. Syracuse just 8 of 9. But now if you're talking about who you want the ball to go to, maybe it's Buddy Boeheim, right, Jordan? Coming off 2 subpar efforts, he's come back tonight.
Yeah, Buddy's one of your leaders of the team. You want the ball in the hands of who's going to be confident to protect it, not give it away, and go up there with pressure on him to shoot free throws. And a guy shoots a good percentage. He's one of your best players, if not your best player. Be huge for his confidence moving forward, too. We talk about the struggles from the field. He got a little bit right today, capping it off with some big free throws. Will go a long way in putting in the rear view the prior 2 games and the struggles from the field aside from today.
You see 50% from 3 in the last 2 ball games. He was 2 of 12 from behind the stripe. So let's see what happens here. Helms will guard the inbounds pass. And Kevin Keats, I think, is waving all his players up into the front court. And Dolezaj trying to get it in, will do so to Griffin, and there's the foul with 4.9 left. Alan Griffin, 82%. He is 30 of 36 at the line this year.
That gives you enough time. 4.9 is a whole lot of time to be able to get that thing, advance it down the court, and get a look that you want. Sometimes the defense messes up in those sequences where they don't foul until 2.5 seconds left, and then you really got a Hail Mary opportunity. Pack in a good spot here, make or miss.
Yep. Fouls on Sebron, and that was his 5th. Cam Hayes will come in for Darion Sebron, who fouls out with 9 points tonight. Second Wolfpack player to be disqualified on fouls. All right, so Griffin a 1-and-1 here. Transfer from Illinois. Everybody's out of timeouts. Hit the first one. Remember, NC State in the second half is 0 for 7 in threes. Hit them both. Here's Moore. Front court with 2. With 3, Hayes at the horn and hit the side of the glass. And Syracuse will win. The Orange goes to 4-4 and 10-5, Jordan, with a 76-73 win.
Tightened up defensively in that matchup zone, made some winning plays. Buddy Boeheim got right, most especially from 3. And you got to respect the fight from this Pack team. Short-handed, gave the Orange all that they could handle.
Great to be with Jordan Cornette. Thanks to our producer, Kristen Hennessy, our director, Scott Heck, our great crew. Nothing But Net is on the way next on a Sunday night on ACC Network. The Orange win, 76-73. Good night.